Hi guys, and welcome back to my stream. Welcome back to Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, the Let's Play. As usual, we will do a little bit of storytelling before we jump into the game, into the actual game, and continue playing it. So this time, as I said yesterday, I want a little bit. This time we have a tale or a story, and we have a little bit of context information about Norse mythology in general. And the story I'm starting to read in a few moments is about Odin, the godfather. Learn why wisdom or knowledge is a powerful tool, and how Odin accomplished to memorize or to master the runes. And after that we have a little bit of information about the North myths and the gods. So let's begin, shall we? Odin and the runes. The new cosmos was full of life. Birds were flocking in the air. Then fish were gathering in the sea, and animals on the land. Sun and moon were sliding over heaven, over the sky, and humans were prospering on Midgard. But the godfather Odin was concerned. His ravens told them that the giants in Jotunheim, they were angry and they wanted their revenge, and the trolls near Asgard, they were marching or gathering for a march to Asgard to attack it. So Odin needed something to guard, to protect the home of the Aesirs. So he decided to learn the runes. So for everyone who does not know, runes are symbols that back in the day that were cut into wood or stone, and the person, the one who could read it, they grant that person magical powers. So the word rune itself means secret, and Odin was quite aware of that, and he knew how hard it would be to decipher that meaning of that symbols. But he thought to himself, I can't gain anything without paying something free nerds were living, and these marvelous creatures, they knew all runes. They were in fact in the position to manipulate or to guide the destiny of all living beings. And they did that. And they did that with runes, which they carved, or they carved into the wood, to the bark of the world tree. And Odin was thinking to himself, I must prove myself that I am worthy of learning the runes. He came to a conclusion that he had to offer something, but it must be something that is not common, something that is special and that is really of a high worth. So Odin wasn't biding his time. He was not just waiting or doing nothing. He quickly grabbed his spear and rammed it into his own side. After doing that, he hanged himself with the head pointing downwards on the on the world tree Yggdrasil, and he refused any help, and he just without fear in the eyes looked right down to the earth, to the well of the earth, and until that well began to get painted red with the life elixir, with Odin's own blood, which was slowly dropping inside it. And after 9 painfully nights, Odin suddenly saw, which was covered, the form of the runes, and their secret that was beyond any measuring. So, because thankfully to his quite well memory, Odin managed to heal his wounds and to bait all of his enemies into traps to destroy their weapons and to protect his friends and family and others that fight with him. And he even was now in the position, or the knowledge, he even gained that knowledge to resurrect the dead and bring them back to the living beings. So the giants and the trolls, let them come, he was saying with a smile on his face. They won't last a chance. So that was the story. And now a little bit more of context information. But just before I begin, or before I continue reading, basically the same. So that doesn't help you, I guess, if you haven't heard that term before. It is about the Norns. The Norns are three old women, which, like in the Greek mythology, they spin the life thread of every living being, and they are in the position or in charge of cutting that same thread, and with doing that, the life of the said living creature or being will end. So basically, they decide over the destiny of each living being, and they are all knowledgeable or all seeing. They know everything. That is why they are also called the women of destiny. If yeah, the three women of destiny. And the Nerds, they were three wise women that lived in at the Earth. Well, Earth is pronounced U-R-D. I don't know if there is a specific term for it in English, but it's basically one of the wells, one of the three wells that provides water to Yggdrasil, the world tree, and it is located at one of Yggdrasil's roots. And the three women were, that is basically where the word Earth derives from. The three women were named Earth, Verdani, and Skald. And the Norns, they know the magical secrets that the runes hold, and keep. They are basically the keeper of that secrets, and they also make sure that the world tree Yggdrasil stays healthy and continue can grow. So they are, don't misunderstand me, they are far more powerful than the regular gods, for example, like Odin or Thor. And they are, by all gods, are highly respected. They are just on another level. They don't participate in fights or in any kind of I don't know, any kind of matters that the gods or the humans have. They stand beside or over all of that. They are just yeah, they are just like I don't know, like gravity. They are just there. They and they don't yeah, they are neutral, for you could say. um, I mean, they, in some or another way, they are just fulfilling, or they have a function and they are fulfilling that. They are not acting, for example, out of emotions or like yeah, for like that. It's not like they are not like the gods or the humans. So the meaning of the names of that three women is as follow: Earth, which is spelled U-R-D, means literally destiny, and Verdani means the one that become something that becomes, and Skald is the word for blame or for something that for someone that is to someone that is, yeah, the not blame, like it is the noun for blame. I don't know what it is called in English. I mean, blame is of course a noun, but it's not like fault or guilt. It's or debt or anything. It is neutral. I don't know if blame is neutral, but it has a neutral. So each morning, the three nuns they will place they will place they will place a rooster on one of the highest branches, or on the highest branch of the world tree Yggdrasil, and his cry, or his cry is a waking signal in the morning for the gods living in Asgard. So basically, it's like an alarm clock, and alarm clock if you want to. So, and for the thread of destiny, for that living thread, the Norns stay deciding over this destiny of each living being, and they do that in different ways. For example, they spin with us with a device the life thread, and they will weave it, and they will weave a pattern with that set life thread into yeah into clothing, and they also do crave they also crave engrave runes into the bark of Yggdrasil, and they also will throw like I don't know, like wooden sticks to read patterns out of it, depending how they are falling, or how they are yeah, when they reach the ground, and out of that they will read the destiny, and that is what will become truth, or what will fulfills itself and become reality. So you see, for the closing words, the gods and the goddesses in the Norse mythology, they often are like they they often or in general often seen as almighty, or super powerful, but in fact they are anything else than perfect. The most of them, uh, or most of them, tales in fact described as having a human shape, figure, and they are they are all they are also quite yeah, how to say that, they have weaknesses, like human because of emotions, for example. They are not perfect in the sense that they never fail or they can't die or they know everything. They are just, I will say, more powerful than humans, but not almighty or not, yeah, unparalleled or perfect or not even by moral standards. So they can be gruesome, they can be selfish, but on the opposite, they can also be brave and they can be of, yeah, I'm lacking the term for it. Wait a minute. They can be noble, that is the word that I wanted to say, that they can be that too. So they start wars out of nothing or seemingly nothing. They get very angry suddenly. They steal. They are lying. They are trying to trick each other or the humans and all that to get what they want. And they, while doing that, they are not always doing that in a smart way. So they literally like a mirror for the humans in some way, and that made, or that is what made, that is what made them so, or make them so relatable, and that is exactly why that stories of that, or that myths, that the tales about the gods and humans and other creatures are so appealing to us because we can relate to them, we can see ourselves in it, and it is quite a powerful tool. Uh, I mean, in the sense of, yeah, story-wise, if you are telling a story, or it is very, it can be very, can be a very powerful tool if you make characters in it, agents in it, relatable somewhat, or so. It is interesting, and of course you want to know more about them, and because all of that stories are packed with not only the common things that we encounter and we experience in the normal day, I mean, in our normal lives, but also things that go beyond that, that are unknown, or that are fantastic, that are like magical powers or yeah, special abilities, and of course, it never gets boring, and it's very dramatic, and we will encounter all of that uh, in later sessions. For today, I am done with the story time, and I'll do a quick break for about 5 minutes, and after that we will jump right into the game. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, guys. So let's jump into the game. And let's find or do the other shards that are missing in order to retrieve that sword, the God Slayer.
There he is. There he is. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. He's going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
Where's it gone?
Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's just another test.
You just have to say it, and then you will find. It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
You can almost see him.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it?
You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed.
You must. You have to get to the house. Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Apparently, there we have to go, right? So, what is that? The air flowing there. Oh, oh. It has to do something with that.
That's it.
You did it. Shh.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle. You found a way.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. Aligned to the truth.
It's if you are playing too long, or if you are doing too long, something too long, you automatically get blind for details or for. So, I guess it's just natural. So that is why you should sometimes take a step back or two or just, I mean, figuratively speaking, waiting. Or if we are passing. Okay, so yeah, let's see if that is all. So, okay. But that won't help us, right? So let's see.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt.
So we have to activate this one in order to get yeah, so we have to activate this. Okay, that is a dead end. So let's go again. Oh, that seems like a bug. I can't move. Sorry, I can't move. I don't know what happened.
There he is. There he is. The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find-
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Disappearing.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me. Stench of rot. She must taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. Soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
Before he disappears, Senua, you have to get in.
That's it.
You did it. She did.
It's not done yet. Just a small. We found a way.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. A line to the truth. The bridge.
Okay, so now we are there again, and I try to focus on see where maybe we have to align our vision in a sun or position ourselves, so in order to like that, like the illusion that the bridge is not destroyed.
She did it.
You fixed the bridge.
The fuck?
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
Okay. Okay, that was not intuitive at all. So now if you are looking, if you're looking at things the right way, they will get fixed, I don't know. Or they were fixed from the beginning, but she couldn't see it because of her distorted mind.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there?
You have to find him.
Come out if you are.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
It's Dillian, go to him. Dillian, go to him.
Let them go.
He's trying to save me. It's Bill's dying. It's close, move away.
What was that? I thought we are waiting for a fight.
There it is. Huh? It's close, move away. Senua, move away. Feel it. You'll die. Can you feel it?
You're dying. The burning has
She's
begun.
dying, the burning.
The burning has begun.
Go to the gate. There they are, the ruins. You can get through.
Focus. Two more.
Two more to find. Where are they? Where's Dillian? Where are you?
Don't let it see you.
Don't get lost.
Go towards it. Find us. Focus. Focus. Look. One more to find. One more. One more.
Don't get lost.
Find the other symbol. You're lost.
Let him look at you. Where is he?
What should I do?
Don't let it see. It is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Where's the door?
To find a way out.
Find the gate. Get out. Run. Run. Let him look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
It's your fault. It's them. They've come again to find you.
Are you kidding me? I swear to God.
There it is.
Huh?
It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. You're dying. The burning has
She's
begun.
dying. The burning.
Run.
Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run.
You don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to fight?
Where's your sword?
To defend yourself. It is.
I can't find you.
Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe.
You're dying.
You're lost.
You're dying. This is what death feels like.
is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. Feel it. You'll die. Run. Run. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua, you don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door. How are you going to fight? Where's your sword? To defend yourself. What is that creature? Dillian! It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like. They want to kill me! Help me! They're coming for me! There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Someone move away. Run now. Your sword. You came through the wrong door. How are you going to fight? Where's your sword? To defend yourself. What is that creature? You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Fight. Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like.
I literally don't know what to do. I don't know.
There it is. It's close. Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Senua, you don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? To defend yourself. What is that creature? You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like.
Senua!
Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been
So
fooled
we will
before.
do here a short break,
Being tested. You don't know. It's just their
about
game.
10 minutes I guess.
You never know
I have
which way
to
it's
pack out my laundry, sorry. But after that we are continuing playing the rest of the episode without another break. So yeah, I'll be right back. Hi there, I'm back. So, let's get this done.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Yeah, he was basically good guy Craig, and he was killed, and we will get to his story, I hope. It was a really tragic death, and because of it, his wife ended her own life because she couldn't endure the pain. It's a really sad story.
You fail again.
It's dangerous.
Don't go
You
near
want
it.
to see what the mask
Where
sees.
are we? What is this?
It's the same.
Ooh,
It's
interesting.
another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it feels. It's safe here. It's calming. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Let's see if we can cross it that easily. I suppose we cannot.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Yeah. You maybe can already tell what Loki did or what he caused in the end. By being just Loki and being I mean, he is a really envious guy, or he's really, if something is against his mind, or he feels like getting not enough attention, or I don't know, positive affirmation. affirmations, he tends to do horrible things, or things that end horribly. And that is one of them.
Dillian is in there. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the room.
It's much more. It's much more dark one.
He's waiting for you. Always said he would wait.
The numbers of deaths who goes directly to his deeds, or is directly linked to his deeds, or the things that he said. Yeah, the number's quite high. And the gods know that, and they don't like that.
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't.
But in most cases, because Loki is a god who is quite, I will say, convincing in terms of words, he can put words really well. He's he can be really well versed. I don't know how to call it in English. Because of that, he in most cases at the end can get away with with the things that he did or caused, the problems that he caused. So yeah, but for Baldur, that is just too much even for the gods. They can't just let that slide, no matter what he is trying to do or trying to say. So there must be punishment for that.
Go through it. It's dangerous.
There are not many games that do that.
Where will it take you?
The only one that comes right to my mind now is a Soul Reaver game series.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive.
Of course, there are other games too, but
How does that make
it's not
you feel?
something that you will encounter in many games.
Dillian, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light.
Not in this.
Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Okay, let's hopefully hear the rest of the story of Baldur.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Do you remember
Yeah, but the story at this point is not. It gets even worse, and because Loki himself is not the one
He was
who
the only
is
one she
actually
could
killing
trust.
Balder,
Could she trust
but
him?
the one who yeah, I don't spoil you. It is I mean, the story is after that. I mean, if you're a person who likes Loki, I think after that, after the end of that story, you don't like him
Believed in
anymore. I guess it is not. He's just. You have to imagine he is doing that, or he was doing that, all because it was against his mind that. Yeah, that Baldur is not to be harmed by anything. He just is bothered by that and wanted to, because of that, kill him. So it is.
He was the only one she could trust.
Yeah, not
Could
nice.
she trust him?
So let's see. Okay, no.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her.
But Loki will face his punishment, and it will last until Ragnarok. He will get punished by doing that. So it is also about. There is a line, as I said. There's a line, or there's a moment, or not moment, but enough is enough, and that is something that holds true to the world of the gods too. So if there is any I don't know, capital crime, or then consequences. The consequences will be there, or there are consequences, and they are not. I mean, they are. How do I put that? They are equal. You could say in terms of the crime that has crime that happened. And that does not always mean I don't know, a death sentence. In most cases it means in some or another way suffering for the culprit. So it is not a quick death situation or death sentence like cutting a head off or something like that. It is the characters or the people that did horrible things. They if they are punished, they are basically suffering great pain. And in most cases, it's ought to be for eternity. So in that way, or in that, it is like in the Christian religion that depiction of hell where you rot in eternity and suffer for your deeds that you begun in the living world, or you have to suffer for that, and it is not endable pain you go through. So maybe it's just a warning to not cross the line, or don't try to stretch the boundary too far. And that holds true for the gods as well. Okay, so now we have to search for that site. And you see we are getting, I don't know, we're getting nearer and nearer, I guess. But the methods or the punishments are quite, I would say they are quite creative in terms of letting gods or people suffer. It is not, I mean it's macabre, don't get me wrong, but you have to imagine, I mean you just have to come up with the punishments they did in that stories. It's it's not just I don't know, letting someone starve to death, or they got really creative. And that is also one thing that is quite mentionable, or is to be mentioned
Do you remember the way he touched you?
even if the people or the gods did things that are really horrible in terms of I don't know, the
Do you
moral
remember how
or
he made you feel?
the laws, even then, and if they are punished and if they are suffer, they are not
What it was to touch him?
unhumanized, or they are not completely seen as monsters, or as not living beings, not gods or humans anymore. They are in most cases other gods or humans or creatures, or I don't know, depends on who gets punished, who
Do you remember the way he
have
stroked
pity
your hair?
have pity for them,
Remember.
sympathize for them because of their suffering. So it is not that the people or the gods or whatever causes their suffering as a punishment are doing that because they are liking that, or they.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Oh, Jesus Christ! How can I? Maybe this one. Ugh.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear? Dillian undoes the curse. What does it feel like to feel a love so strong?
Or maybe the here the light, the shadow, and
He's the reason she's alive at all. He cared
Okay, maybe
in a
we
way
can-
that nobody else did. He didn't believe that she was cursed. He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
Oh. Okay. Maybe.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
No. Maybe now we have to go. And the story.
You have blood on your hands.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
Okay.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way
She
to
can
your love
do
because he
this.
believed in
You're
you.
nearly there. Just find the way.
Okay. It's about getting it right again. The vision.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
She destroys the things she loves.
I will wait until the voice is calmed a little bit. Okay.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
And to top all of that, Loki insisted, or he, before Hoth was killed, he insisted and blamed him for killing Balder,
Just like it strangled him.
despite he was the one who guided him doing that. I mean, come on. and that I mean, the gods are not that stupid. They realized that, and they punished Loki, and the punishment was not a funny one.
Why didn't she listen to her father? She thought she could defy.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Yeah, so there are no. It is not clear how common it was back in the day to
She thought that she knew best.
burn
She
people,
thought she had light
dead
within
people.
her.
For example, putting them on ships and
Darkness.
burn dead ships. Like you saw it in, for example, a lot of the Ring movies, and because many especially highborn, were
Doesn't know who killed them.
were entombed, or is that the right word? They were placed on in tombs and underneath the earth, and yeah, they put weapons and objects that the person
You killed.
would need in the afterlife in that tomb
You kill
and
the
buried
things
it
that
all
are most
together.
precious to you.
So, yeah, I don't know how or common that practice of burning people back in the day was in the Norse culture. But it is, yeah, it happened. And Balder is the one
You
god
should have listened to your
that
father when you had the chance.
is
Why
maybe
didn't you listen to him? His love has tortured you.
can be
and
compared to Dillion in that of that story, because the gods are not satisfied with the result of his death, and they I guess I don't know who it was, which god, but basically they want to bring him back to life, and for that you have to go to hell, to Helheim, or yeah, to Hela, and bargain with her, or and basically that is the story that we are playing right now.
You broke him. You killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within
And I
you.
don't, I won't spoil the end of that story. Or how it ends. That is the thing that.
Curse. And now the darkness is swallowing you both.
Okay, let's see.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go. She was caught between two worlds. That of Zindel and her path. And Dillion. A future. Two realities. tearing at her soul.
Okay.
The curse crossed. It's all your fault.
You're cursed. Curse. Just like it strangled him. He led you astray.
Here maybe.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Why didn't you listen to him? This love has tortured you, and it tortured us. You have no time for this. Speed up. These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Constantly laughing at you. Can you remember what
I think she have to make sense of all that by doing what she is doing.
they are just to tire you out, make you weak?
It actually does not matter if it is real or not. It just has to make sense for her in one or another way. It doesn't matter if it is
She thought she could
something that actually happens. Of course, as long as it makes sense in her own eyes, or it is something that she could or that she can accept.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
So it's I don't know, just trying to process all that. And I think part of that is, that is one part of it, the story we are playing, and the other one is that she's actually mentally ill
He was the
and
only
maybe
one
seeing
who-
things,
He did love
or
her.
hearing obviously voices.
Do you remember the way he touched you?
But she's still able to move forward. Come on, that must be it, right?
Do you think she remembers him? What if they're all about wasting your time?
Here. Want to go?
By minute, by minute. What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can.
They mean nothing.
Being special. Waste of time. Could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Playing,
What if the gods are laughing at her?
messing with her.
It would be
brains.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Yeah, because he was the only one who actually tried to kill him. Or harm him, so yeah.
Remember, Dillion? What do you remember? Do you remember the sound
And
of
Loki is
voice?
one of gods who is famous for shape-shifting. And he did that quite often. He's not the only one who can do that, but he regularly make use of that ability or of that power. And in most cases, it's not for a good result, or not for. It causes trouble. There are exceptions, of course, but yeah, in most cases, it's not too well ending, good ending. Let's see.
Do you remember what love feels like? Your curse has claimed Dillion.
Before I end the stream for today,
He didn't
but
know. He was
don't.
kind.
Yeah, I don't think it is the end. I mean, the game, if you pass that. If you pass that bridge shot, that is not the end. Yes, it's would make sense.
Look what happens to the things you love.
Okay, so. Okay.
He saw that she was strong.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
It's not the whole story. There's more to it. But yeah, basically that is the punishment of Loki. And bro, it is one that even that only ends when Ragnarok, the end of the world begins. Yeah. I don't know. It's not a funny punishment. It's quite gruesome.
What if this is pointless? What are you doing? Do you remember what love feels like? Why did you think you could make this work? You You see runes everywhere. Everywhere? But what if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? What if they're a trick? The gods were lying. If you think it makes sense, but really the
Come on,
gods
I can't
are
let
playing
myself
on
drop
you.
here.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the worlds. The gods do, but it doesn't mean anything. You can't read this language, you don't understand. Sinbel was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. You'll never succeed. Slow, quicker.
Okay.
You have blood on your hands. You are guilty. You were always. Was it worth it?
Okay, now that is a good moment to end the stream for today.
In the end.
So yeah, I'm excited as you are how it all ends, and I can't remember. I of course know how the story with Baldur ends, and you know it too. Right now, but it is, I mean, that is a, I mean, we are not giving up so easily, and there are enough cultures who exactly have that as a story to someone goes into the world of the dead, and tries to get someone back, and it's done by force in most cases, or by some kind of trick, or so. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. I forgot about the ending. I hope we can save Dillion, or at least for Senua, save his soul in some way or in another. But you know, there is a second part of the game that comes out, or that is released soon, or is it released? Is it? I don't know. As of now, I don't think it is released yet. So there is maybe more to the story. Yeah, but let's find out how the game ends, or how it continues tomorrow. And until then, have a good one. And as always, stay safe and sleep well. Bye bye.